standing on dirt.
Food for thought. Have you ever thought about where your food comes from? Look at the picture below. This boy is eating a sandwich made of bread, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. He also has a juicy peach and a glass of milk. Where did all this food come from? It came from plants that grew in soil. It also came from animals that ate plants that grew in soil.
Food guide for healthy eating. This food guide pyramid shows the 5 food groups as well as fats and oils. It is important to eat a variety of foods. However, you need less of some kinds of food than others. That is why some parts of the pyramid are smaller than others. We all must exercise too. Keeping active and playing is good for your health. Fats and oils, meat, fish, beans, eggs and nuts, milk and dairy products, vegetables, fruits, and grains.
A rocky planet. Planet Earth is a giant ball of rock. Over millions of years, wind, waves, rain, ice, and snow have broken down Earth's rocky surface. Wind, water, and glaciers carry chunks of rock from one place to another. The moving chunks become smaller and smaller. This slowly forms a layer of soil.
Water covers most of Earth's surface. As rivers and streams flow toward lakes and oceans, they leave behind fine silt. This silt builds up into a layer of rich soil where people can grow crops.
The soil cycle. Plants crumble rock by sending their roots deep into any little cracks. When plants and animals die, their remains break down into a material called humus. Humus is full of nutrients. It mixes with the rock to make soil fertile. Animals play another important part. Their droppings help make soil fertile so plants can grow well. It is all part of nature's soil cycle. Plants use nutrients in soil to grow. Animals get the nutrients they need by eating plants or by eating animals that eat plants.
Different kinds of soil. Garden soil, humus, water, clay, and silt. This garden soil has lots of clay and silt. Forest soil, humus, water, silt. This forest soil has lots of humus. Different plants grow in different kinds of soil. Soil is more fertile when there is more humus.
Enriching the soil. People can help nature by turning vegetable scraps, glass clippings, and leaves into compost. Making compost is both good for the environment and fun. Compost can be mixed into the soil when you are planting. It makes the soil richer. It also provides food for the plants. Food scraps make good compost. You can compost foods such as fruit, vegetables, bread, and rice. However, never put meat in a compost bin.
Compost can be spread around the base of plants. It holds in moisture as well as feeding the plants. Rotting away. Things that rot away, such as this red pepper, are said to be biodegradable. A kind of fungus called mold breaks down the pepper. Molds are in the air all around us, but they are too tiny to see. Over time, the pepper will rot away altogether. 1 day, 5 days, 10 days. Living Earth. Soil is full of life. If you look at soil with a microscope, you will see that it is moving. It is full of thousands of tiny creatures. They are busy feeding on other soil creatures and on dead plants and animals. They mix air and moisture in the soil. When they die, they fertilize the soil with the soil with their bodies. These animals make the soil rich and healthy for new plants to grow in. Some scientists believe that the weight of all the tiny creatures in the soil is greater than the weight of all the other plants and animals on Earth.
Worms help to break up soil. This lets air into it. Plants grow well in soil that is well aired. Make a worm farm. You will need a container and lid. Carefully make some holes in the base. Dried leaves or shredded newspaper. Water, a handful of soil or sand. 50 to 100 redworms. You can buy these from garden centers. Vegetable scraps. 1. Put the leaves or newspaper into the container until it is 3/4 full. Dampen with water. Add the soil or sand. Put the worms into the container. Start feeding them vegetable scraps. Hints: always bury the worm food. Put the food in a different place each day. Keep the worm farm damp and dark.
Food for the world. Most of the world's food grows in soil. Although many people eat fish, meat, most people depend on grains such as rice, corn, and wheat for their main food. Pesticides get rid of insects that harm crops. However, if they are overused, they can kill the tiny creatures that create new soil.
In some places, the topsoil is being destroyed. Every year, humans destroy 23 billion tons more soil than it is made. They do this by cutting down forests. Rain and wind then wash away the valuable topsoil.
Caring for the soil. We can learn to farm the land better and look after the soil. Some farmers use nature's methods to grow crops and raise animals. They use compost instead of chemical fertilizers. They use bacteria and insects to get rid of pests instead of pesticides. This is called organic farming.
Every area on Earth has its own ecosystem. The soil, weather, plants, and animals are connected to one another and us. What would happen in this ecosystem if all the plants died?